and start the recording. But welcome everybody to this month's monthly update for USDA food. So we are already in April, which is crazy. And it looks like we might have a lot of people off on spring break this week. It looks like about half the schools in Utah are off. So we apologize for those who can't make it today, but this will be recorded. And so uh, for those that aren't here, they can always watch it later. But thank you for joining, everyone. We are excited. It's our last delivery order this month, so things are finally winding down for the school year, which is really crazy. But just a couple of reminders. I know we talk about this each month, but it's just a good reminder that we have an online calendar that we update frequently. And so please go on to NSLP Central and check it out. This is where we post important deadlines, reminders, events, and more. And so you can go ahead and bookmark this or keep the link handy so that you can access it. And we try to update the calendar at least once a month. So just check it regularly to see what trainings, what events, what deadlines, things like that that are coming up. As far as our agenda goes for this month, we'll answer any questions that you have, so feel free to ask questions at any time. You can stick them in the chat. We'll have time for questions at the end, and so we'll try to make sure that we answer any questions that you might have. We're going to go over some of our USDA Foods Program updates related to direct shipment, DoD, and processing. And then we'll talk about a couple of end of year items as well. So the end of year USDA foods value, how to pull that, and then what to do with any leftover PAL that you might have as well. And then, like I said, we'll answer any USDA foods related questions too. So keep those questions coming. We want to try to help you as best we can. So if anything occurs to you, if you're not quite sure about anything, feel free to drop those in the chat and we will get those answered. As far as the timeline of where we are at, you can see that we are at the end of the school year. April 2026 is our 8th and final delivery order, which is exciting. And we will be still requesting orders for school year 27. So Wendy is in the thick of things right now with getting trucks filled and ordered and getting all that ready for school year 27. So she's doing a phenomenal job. I know it's a stressful time, but we are working really hard to make sure that you all have food for next school year. Okay, but we are going to dive into our direct shipment updates. So to start off with, just a reminder to check your delivery order on Tuesday, April 21st. This is when that order is going to open up for you to view. And we do want everybody to go in on that day. So if you can put it on your calendar, you know what I mean, schedule a time that you can go into Primero Edge and check your delivery order. That would be fantastic. There's just been, we've had not as many checking their orders as we wish we did each month. And it's just really important to make sure that you're going in so that you know what's coming. So to do this, you'll just go into Primero Edge under the food distribution module. Under inventory, you'll click on delivery ordering. You'll choose US Foods as your shipping location, and then your order will pop up and you'll want to click into it so that you see which cases are coming and which location they are coming to. Just so that you can kind of get an idea of what we have as well. 52% of RAs did not view their delivery order in March. And so we really want to try to get as many to view it this month as possible so that you know what's coming on your order. And we had 77 RAs who had delivery orders in March. So you can see that quite a few did not go in and check. And the reason why it's important to check delivery orders is so first that you know what is coming, uh, and you can accurately check for it when you receive your order. And so we really want to make sure that you're checking to see how many cases are coming. So that way, if there's a discrepancy on your order when US Foods comes and delivers it, you can let the driver know, get that resolved while they're still there on site. It can also help you plan to make sure you have enough space for your products. So for example, if you have 200 cases of frozen product coming and you didn't check your order, then you may be surprised when they arrive on site because you won't have enough freezer space available for that product. So we want you to know what is coming so you can either, make sure to clear up space for your order or you can work with other RAs to see if they can take some of the product if you don't have room for it. And then you also want to check to see where the product is being delivered to. For example, if you have multiple sites and you would like the product to go to a certain site in particular, you can check your order to see where it is going, and then you can either move it to a different location or split it between multiple locations. So those are just a few of the reasons why it is so important to make sure that you're checking your delivery orders each month, um, so that you know what's coming. You can make sure that you have room for that product, especially if a huge delivery is coming in that month, and then you can make sure that it's coming to the right location. As far as splitting delivery orders go, if you would like to split a delivery order between several locations, it is important to make sure that you verify that all of your cases are added to your orders. So in order to check for this, you can click into your primary order and check the remaining quantity. And if it is zero, that means that all cases were correctly added to your order. So just make sure you're doing that whenever you're splitting your delivery orders. If you have a positive number in the remaining quantity box, so in this example, there's a 10 in that box, it means that you still have cases that need to be added. So just make sure to check this and add any remaining cases to one of your delivery orders. So that's just for those that have multiple sites and would like to split their delivery orders. And then if you need a resource in order to do this, we have updated the scribe that's available on NSLP Central that will walk you through splitting a delivery order. And so I'm going to pull that up and show you where to find that. It's really helpful. I recently walked through this and used the scribe to do it, and it's really helpful. It just gives you a step-by-step process. Can you see NSLP Central okay? Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure. So if you go down to USDA Foods and Schools under Direct Shipment, here is our How to Split a Delivery Order in Primero Edge scribe. And then if you click on it, it will take you to the step-by-step guide for how to split a delivery order. And so you can go through it step by step. It'll tell you exactly what to choose, how to get there, and then how to split your delivery order. So I do recommend that you check this out, especially if this is something that you're not comfortable doing. I know you only do it once a month or maybe not even that often. And so if you're ever needing to split your delivery order and you're not sure how to do it, this is a really great resource to use for that. Okay, and then finally, a few reminders about the April delivery period. So April 27th through May 8th is when orders will be delivered by US Foods. And just as a reminder, US Foods cannot edit orders. So if you did not check your order and the cases are being sent to the wrong location, or if you don't have enough room for the product, there is nothing that US Foods can do about it. And so that's why it is so important that you're checking your delivery order each month. So just another plug for that of US Foods can't really make any changes. So that's why you need to be on top of things and make sure that you're checking those orders. And then again, this is just our final delivery period of the school year, which is exciting. And so if you just need a refresher, we have linked the USDA Foods delivery order schedule for school year 26, and we'll be coming out with a new one for school year 27 once we have that information. But now I'm going to pass it over to Wendy to go over DoD.
Okay. Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie, thank you for the compliment. I am working hard and I had a real big scare this morning with potatoes, but everything's good now. So it's just it's a rough couple of weeks, but we're almost there. DoD Fresh, let's just do some reviews on that. Just for those of you that are relatively new or haven't really messed around with favors before, we'd really encourage you to get in there and check your fund balance, see how much money you've got left for the rest of the school year. And then, as always, there's a customer ordering manual. They've recently updated it. It's very good. So it will really help you understand favors and how to check all your orders and how to change orders, check receipts. Anything you want to know is in the manual. So please feel free to use that and check that out. We had a few things happen this month with some Mexican produce showing up in some schools. We're just going to encourage you again to check for country of origin. Mistakes do happen. We are, it's kind of an unusual situation, but because we have a vendor to deliver the DoD, the contract is that they're supposed to supply domestic produce, but sometimes it just, maybe someone didn't get the memo or something got swapped out. We're not really sure what happens, but please just be aware if you do see non-US grown produce, please let us know so we can help you with that. And then just the end of year DoD reminder, just a reminder, you got to use that money up by June 30th because we will sweep it. All right, and then moving on to processing. We are doing a little bit better with processing. So far, I just checked yesterday on K-12 and Processor Link. We're up to 65% usage for the state of Utah. The goal is 90 to 100%, and USDA does actually check us on that. So we really want to encourage you to draw those pounds down any way you can. Just some more tips, like if you're not going to be able to use your pounds up, let your processor know. We can do transfers. Same thing, if you need more pounds, please reach out to your processors because we can do some transfers from other states or other schools. So I would just encourage you to pay attention to that so that we can get our usage as close to 90 to 100% as possible. And I know it's tricky, and most of you are doing a great job. So thank you very much. All right. Also, just end of the year processing reminders. Again, please use your pounds up by the 30th. We do a sweep. And if you need more info, that is our policy linked right there on the slide. And then one other thing we wanted to mention is the USDA foods value. I know a lot of the business administrators are going to be coming to you in the next couple weeks and asking for numbers, which will probably include your USDA foods value. And so we've got some help to for you to be able to figure out exactly how much USDA foods value you've had over the last year. So we're going to just kind of go through that and show you. Just a reminder, there's an actual value, which means USDA purchased and delivered the product. And then there's the estimated value, which is PAL. So those are different. The next slide just kind of shows on Primero Edge on the left side, the PAL funds. That's just an estimate. It's not an exact actual value. So just keep that in mind. In order to calculate the value of USDA foods, Stephanie and I did a step-by-step manual, so we'd encourage you to use that. We've got links for DoD, direct shipment, processing in K-12 and in processor link. So this is going to walk you through where and how to pull the reports needed to see the actual value of USDA foods received for the school year. So please use those step-by-step manuals will be really helpful.
And just really fast, Wendy, I can pull it up on
Yeah.
NSLP Central
Yeah.
so you can
Can you
see,
yeah,
yeah,
show
where
them
that's
how to
at.
see it.
Yeah, perfect. So
They're
if you're
really
on
good.
NSLP Central under USDA Foods in Schools, this annual value of USDA foods
There it
received,
is.
this is our manual. It includes everything. So DoD, direct shipment, and processing for K-12 and processor link. So whichever one you need, you can go ahead and pull the step-by-step guide for that. Wendy put these all together. She did a great job in creating
Thank
these
you.
resources, so they're super helpful, and you can use those to go through that process of pulling that information.
Thanks, Stephanie. Yeah, I had a business administrator reach out last year. I can't remember which school district, but one of the child nutrition director was on maternity leave and he was panicking. So I just actually pulled everything for him because I was like, there's no way he's going to figure this out, the poor guy. But anyway, so we've got the little manual to help because like it's one of these things you do once a year and you forget. And it's a little complicated, but anyway. So hopefully that helps out. All right, moving on. So we're going to talk about leftover pals. So Melissa and I are trying to get these trucks ordered. There's a few that we just weren't able to swing. We've tried matching with other states and occasionally it just doesn't work. And so over the next couple of weeks, you may notice some more PAL popping back up in your account. So we do have a sort of like a contingency plan for those of you that will have a remaining PAL balance. We're going to have an option to allocate your remaining PAL to DoD for the January to June catalog for next year, so 2027. And once we get all of our orders done and straightened out, we'll let you know. And we'll have more information to come. But just so you know, and we don't have a strict deadline on this. We've still got a couple months before we have to turn this into USDA. So just in the, I would say May or June-ish, we'll open up that catalog so you can move money into the January to June catalog. So anyway, just want to let you know. Um, and we will be sending out a survey to complete if you want to allocate your remaining PAL to DoD. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. And then that's it for Stephanie and I today. So we thought this might be a quick one, but we're happy to stay on as long as we've got questions. So please come off mute and or type in the chat whatever you want to know. We're happy to answer questions. And thanks for coming today.
What was the date again on the next, when we need to have the delivery order checked?
April 21st, but I can go back to
Yeah, we
that.
only have one item coming in. It's canned apple slices. So if that rings a bell and you think you're getting it, definitely check.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, we have 684 cases coming in. So, and that's it. Last year we had quite a few deliveries that got bumped back into May, but this year this was the only one that got bumped back. So, did better this year.
Will there be excess DoD?
No, we don't have oh, are you talking about like you
Like,
can request more?
correct.
Um, Not that I'm aware of. So we we divvied out everything. But if you do have remaining PAL, then you can definitely put that towards next year's. But yeah, for this year, I think we may end up sweeping. We'll see. Last semester, we had a few RAs that just were not using their money, and we were able to kind of do a case by case thing. But I'm not sure that's going to happen this year. Everyone's really burning through their DoD pretty fast right now. So if we do, we'll let you know, and um, we'll know as we get like a little bit closer into the first week of May, I would say middle of May.
We got a question from Julie on please remind me which day of the month we are to check our delivery order. So this is this slide right here. It's April 21st. But if you ever need like a refresher on when to check it, we do have this order schedule posted on NSLP Central. And so you can go here and it should tell you, I believe, like what day the order will open in Primero Edge so that you can go in and check it.
Yes. Also, we do send out a Primero Edge um, message. I don't know what it's called. Like you get an email message on Edge that will say delivery orders are open. So that means you can go in and jump in and check it out. And if you're not getting any Primero Edge messages, you may need to go into the admin little gear key on Primero Edge and check and see if you've elected to have messages or not. So, but most of you should be getting that message. You can turn messages off in Primero Edge. So,
Yeah, and they're only open for a day. So if you ever know, like if you're going to be out or something like that, I would see if, you know what I mean, someone else at your um, school can go in and check it for you. So just
yeah,
something to plan ahead for. But they are all posted, so you can go ahead and add them all to your calendar. And then if you ever notice
yeah,
that you'll be out, you can see if someone else can get that checked for you.
So with this April
great
21st,
suggestion.
there's only apples available. If we're not getting those, we don't need to check it. That's correct.
Cor That's correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks, Paul.
Can I also ask, is Primero Edge, is it working right again? Is it telling me the correct PAL funds that I need to spend?
Not yet because
Alrighty.
yeah, I would just kind of,
So much fun for you guys.
it's just because we're messing around so bad in it because it's kind of confusing. But if what we do is we put our orders into a delivery file and upload it into the USDA's computer system. And if we aren't the first one, if we're splitting a truck and we are not the first ones in on that split truck, we have to go back into Primero Edge and delete out the entire order. And so it looks like you didn't spend that money. It's really, I don't even want to try and explain it to you, but there's a few scenarios where it's just really messing up your pal. And so we will get it straightened out, but we have to completely finish ordering and then close it out first. So it will get there. But
That's
right now,
understandable.
I'm sure it's looking crazy. I mean, it might be in range, but I wouldn't be paying too much attention to it right now. But we're getting close. I'm down to like our last couple of trucks. I think I have to order um, chicken and a lot of chicken. And I just ordered turkey and pork. We're down to just the meat. So we're getting there. But
Cool.
yeah, I would ignore the PAL at the moment.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I wish it made more sense, but it's kind of a weird process. So, okay, I wonder, Stephanie, should we just wrap it up? I think we may be good. If anyone wants to reach out, please email or give us a call. We're happy to chat with anybody. So, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.